Our next panelist is Cory Morgan. You know him as a columnist, a commentator, but mostly an unapologetic Albertan. Senior columnist for the Western Standard, contributor to the Epoch Times. Cory doesn't just report, as if you follow him, you know he provokes with sharp wit and zero apologies. He hosts the Cory Morgan Show. He authored the Sovereigntist Handbook, and I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If you don't yet have the Sovereigntist Handbook, I promised Cory that I would sell a box of them tonight. They're only $20 at the merch table, please. The Sovereigntist Handbook makes the case for Alberta charting its own course. His political roots run deep. He has founding roles in the Alberta Independence and Wild Rose parties. Plus, he had a Libertarian federal run. Now, agree with him or not, Cory is here to make you think. He might ruffle a few feathers while he's at it. Cory, your turn.
Thanks, Sheila. And I see the book was excellently edited by Amanda Brown, and she's here tonight, so thank you. It makes it more palatable and my rambling and much more readable. But I want to start, seeing as it's open season on Andrew Coyne, I've got to take advantage of this. And I've got a recent episode with him. The Sovereigntist Handbook came out a couple of years ago, and it did quite well. But, it slowed down a bit over time. And as I kind of expected, after this election, it shot up. I can't help it. I'm watching it on the Amazon, and it charted, and it got all the way up to #1 in political science and 13th in Canada overall. And as in my vanity, I watched it one night, on the computer creeping up through the Amazon rankings. I noticed on the top 10 in the political books, it passed Andrew Coyne's book. So being an asshole, and I am, I took a screen snap of it, and I posted it on X and said, "Hey, Andrew, check this shit out." But that's not even the best part. 10 minutes later, Andrew's book jumped me by 3 spots. He reached in his pocket and probably bought 50 copies of his own book. Pompous blowhard, and that's Coyne to a T. But that he does represent, and he's worth watching, because Andrew Coyne personifies the Laurentian elite. And that snobbish piece that he wrote shows the attitude not just of him, but so many others out there. These are who we're up against. This is what we're dealing with. As you said, Quebec over the years, we have to pander to them. Quebec, our partners in Confederation. We've got to keep Quebec with us. It's so important. When it comes to Albertans, no, then they're self-centered rednecks who have to be pushed down. They don't even have the right to have a referendum. That's what his piece says. He doesn't see us as a province. He sees us as a colony. That's what you read in his attitude. He's an aristocrat who thinks that we're being uppity and we should be shut down. This discussion shouldn't even happen. Well, kiss my ass, Andrew. It's going to happen. And we've got an opportunity. The Laurentian elite don't control the conversation anymore. They don't have the media anymore. We have Rebel, we have Ezra, we have Candace, we have Sheila, we have the Western Standard. And it's our job to take on the Andrews. I just want to remind you that they're out there. And we're beating it. They don't have that stranglehold anymore. CBC's ratings, they're sucking the money out of our pocket, but nobody's watching their crap. And we can get beyond them. We don't have to rely on them anymore. So getting further, though, with the low-hanging fruit, whereas us and alternative media are going to take care of the Andrew Coynes. Who here's ready to go? All right. There's the easy one. Like I said, I was going to take the low-hanging fruit. But your job now, as Peter talked about, we've got 36% support for independence in Alberta. 50% feel we should actually hold the referendum. They're saying, well, let's have it out. We are about to take part in history. There's never been a referendum on independence in Western Canada, ever. This is going to be it, and it looks like we're going to have it within a year. But as Peter so correctly pointed out, 36% is not a clear majority. We're a good chunk from there. This is a hot room. I've got a 90% support going on in here. But now the job is on us. There's part of what's great about being in the West, though. That's why I know we can pull this off. because we believe in personal responsibility. It's our task to reach out and make the case and turn that 36 into the 55 or 60 and what we're going to need to get over the line. But we have to do it. Now we were angry, that's fine. And we still should maintain a bit of angry, but we got to now start looking strategically, tactically. What are my actions doing that's moving us closer to getting the winning conditions, to use a Quebecois term, but it's a good one, the winning conditions in a referendum? When you get on social media and you fight with people, are you fighting just to get out the anger, or do you think you're actually going to convert people over to it? Because we got to think of it that way. When you're discussing things with people over the dinner table or at your favorite pub or at a sporting event, and you're bringing it up, think about it though. Are you bringing somebody over that way? And part of it, something that's hard for a lot of us. And that came up in Edmonton. That's what I like. I'm learning at these events too. And it's true. We forget that part. Part of our job is listening. There's a reason the other 16, 14, as it keeps shrinking. I think, when Guilbeault spoke today, we gained another few percent, but he won't do it all for us. And there's things that are holding them up that we aren't sharing that feeling that's holding them up. But we're not going to find out until we ask them what it is. What is it? Are you fearful for your pension? Do you not trust the process? What is it that's keeping you from crossing there? I don't understand. And be genuine about it. You're not just saying it to try and convert somebody, because there's things we don't know. I hate admitting that, but I get reminded of it a lot. I'm married. And it's our job. And it's brilliant coming out on nights like this. I'm still, it's a beautiful night. Could be watching a hockey game, even if it is the Oilers. And you chose to come out tonight and listen to us. And you're ready to move. But now we've got to take it on. We've got to be careful. There's a lot of people really want to rush into things. But I tell you what, we're only going to get so many kicks at this cat. And if we blast into a referendum this fall, and it comes in at 36% support, we'll be lucky to get another chance for 5 or 10 years. So it's looking more likely we've got probably some more runway, closer to a year before we do this. But that's going to pass fast, and there's a whole lot of work to do. But it's heartening to see such a great room, some of the great conversation going on, some of the fantastic people organizing and getting ready to do this. And we've got to remember, we're getting impatient. People are saying, we need a central leadership, we need a group, we need an organization. Well, hang on, it's only been a couple of weeks since the election when this really heated up. We will pull it together. So thank you guys for coming out. I'm looking forward to talking on the panel. And of course, thank Sheila and Ezra for getting us in here, because this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to get it over the line. I'm feeling more optimistic than I have in my crabby 50-some years of this. We're on the right track, guys. We're going to do it.